Alrighty, traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup. I hope everybody's having a great trading session. Happy Tuesday to you. See if you guys can see me. I hope everybody's having a good trading session. Wow, little sell off in risk. I know it's joking, but it's really not. I mean, this market just started moving. like it knows that I'm leaving. I mean, come on. It could have chose any other day, and then we get this. It's crazy. Anyway, let's talk about what is actually moving right at this moment. Simon said, "Where's the thumbs up in here?" Alex says you should go on vacations more often. S&P is on the 500s on the move as soon as you advertised it. Not saying that I like to see you here by all means. I hope you really have a blast and rest. Thank you very much. No, it is really weird. I mean, people that have known me for a long time, like when I say a long time, I'm talking, past, like, especially like before the financial crisis, like pre, 2008. I mean, it's weird, man. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I would take a day off, and the random day, I'd be like, okay, hey, today I'm, driving to Las Vegas for the day, whatever. And the market would just implode for the day. And then when I got back, it's volatility's flat and, nothing happens. So weird. Anyway, I know we've been in a kind of a weird market for the last several years because of all the just all the liquidity, central bank activity, manipulation, if you will. So it's hard to get the markets to move, but we're obviously a little stretched here. So it's not surprising, but the timing is always so wild. Anyway, let's talk about like some of the reversals in like the Aussie. I mean, this is like, these are the ones that I think if you're a long-term trader and you bought the Aussie today, because it was above the 200-day moving average. Like, look at the chart. Let's go. I mean, look at this chart. Remember, this candle was green at one point today, right? I mean, it was green. We were well above the 200-day moving average. And how many people, my pattern and play got knocked out because I moved the stop. But how many people got long? And look at where we're at today. And the Kiwi too. I mean, look at that. Just big reversal above this resistance. That was basically a false breakout, and above the 200-day moving average as well. How many people got sucked into the market? And that, as I said on the morning edge, these are the types of things that really set up for bigger reversals, because it squeezed out all the shorts. People that were short yesterday, last night, they got the RBA, the RBNZ is supposed to raise rates. They're going to normalize quicker than other central banks. So everybody got squeezed out. Like, anybody that was short, probably majority of them, unless you just had some really wide stops and, you're like, oh, well, I'm staying short the Aussie until it gets back above 77 cents, which there are people like that, like, a lot like majority of people got stopped out. So that does set up for a big reversal. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it really sets the stage, right? You got some really big breakouts in the dollar Canadian. I mean, look at the dollar Canadian taking out that trend line. We get much above this 125, and we should see the 200-day moving average. The US dollar, Norwegian krona, I'm long, and we're holding well above the 200-day moving average right now. And the thing is we're sustaining the highs. Now you're not getting pullbacks, right? But look at the reversal in crude. I mean, this is a big one. Big reversal in crude up at the resistance, right? Holy cow. And it's, for all intents and purposes, we have completed the triangle, and we pushed up towards major resistance, 2018 highs. I mean, that's these are all reversals from pretty key levels. The dollar Mexican peso is even making a little bit of a gain here. We talked about the EEM, which is breaking down. This is a big deal, for dollar Mex. You got EM cracking through support today. So especially if we close below here, I wouldn't want to be short dollar mex, right? Simon, you know, this is funny. How many of you just look in the chat box, and you can go in the chat box. How many of you have known me past Brexit? Like after Brexit happened? I'm sorry. How many of you did? That's not the question. Question is, during Brexit, Simon made this point. I actually flew the day of Brexit. Well, we'd made these plans. We made the plans like before Brexit, just so my flight actually happened on the day of Brexit. And it was, you know, they were voting, and I'm like, there's no way they're gonna vote to leave the UK. It's just not gonna happen. Because I'm like, well, should I change my flights? I mean, we had like, you know, hotels and blah blah blah, and we're going to Kauai, and I'm like, nah, just leave it. Like, there's no way it's gonna happen. By the time I left and by the time I got back, Brexit, the vote happened. I was trading from the hotel room the next few days. I was in the chat room. Like, I'm just like, I cannot believe this. You know, so crazy. Oh, crazy. Anyway. All right. Let's talk about a couple other things. I actually was just got out of my Euro Aussie longs about 127.60. Like, right. Even though I think if you're still long, it's fine. But I added a little bit to my dollar exposure. So because I'm adding to my dollar exposure, I didn't want to have too much overexposure here. But I do think the Euro Aussie is going higher. Just in case you're wondering, I still think it's going higher. It's just more of from a, you know, exposure standpoint. Look at the Euro New Zealand. We actually broke this channel. I mean, when I sent that out, when I first got up this morning. I mean, look at what the chart looked like at that time. I mean, we were straight down. I'm like, oh, man, we're breaking through this channel. And then right back up. I mean, how crazy is that, right? So just all these big reversals, guys, you know, I think you have to be really, really, really careful with being short the dollar right now. And look at gold. I forgot to put up precious metals. I mean, gold completely imploded. I mean, look at this. That talk about a false breakout. I mean, how many people got squeezed out of gold this morning? I mean, that's huge, right? So look at silver. Some big moves, guys. Just for those of you that were long New Zealand Canadian, I got out of that. I took it off this morning, near the highs, actually. Where did I got out of that at? Oh. Did not tell me the price? $87.69. $87.69. So I got out of it right, damn, near the highs, right there. That's where I got out. So got out of that one. I'm just a little worried about like risk off is really going to hit the Aussie and the Kiwi hard because, like I said, the way they squeezed everybody overnight, it really is left longs very exposed. But anyway, I just hope you guys have a good week. I will be in the chat rooms a little bit. I'm just going to peek my head in. I'm going to try to send some updates to you guys. you know, I tend to always get up a little earlier than everybody else. So, you know, yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. And I just want to wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful week this next week, and just, you know, be a little careful. Stocks are elevated. We could come off a little bit. Summertime, you know, everything's a little overbought. So, you know, to see us correct. You know, I guess before I go, let's just take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ hit the NASDAQ 100 hit the 161% extension this morning. Look at that. Just pinged it and reversed. You know, if I'm not going to trade NASDAQ, I don't want to go out, you know, on vacation with a bunch of exposure. But if I was trading the NASDAQ 100, like, you know, maybe I might put on some, like a short, like futures. I would try to get a bounce and sell into it, because you know where your stop is now, right? Your stop goes above the morning high. You know, you could actually do it, you know, a little bit above that, like maybe your stop somewhere up here. That's not what I wanted. Anyway, I was gonna say, you know, have your stop somewhere up here, maybe. S&P. It's a big reversal candle there. That's a evening star. Let's see what the Dow looks like. I mean, that's failed to hit new highs in the Dow. Match these highs. Yeah, everything looks very vulnerable. All right, guys. Hey, have a great one. Take care. Thank you all, and really appreciate your support. And by the way, be on the lookout for all the ForexAnalytix news at the end of the week. It's exciting stuff. I'm excited for all of us, really. So have a great one, and thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.